Hello, Kings fans, and welcome to episode 3 of Kings Connected. My name is Dylan Baker. In the first two episodes last week, we got a chance to sit down and chat with Matt Goff and Josh Tidgewell, two players in the AAA London Junior Knights major midget team last season. This week, we'll get a chance to chat with one of their teammates as Alex MacLeod joins the show. Last year, Alex had 26 points in 28 games with the AAA major midget junior Knights, and we're very excited to get a chance to chat with him. But before we do, we'd like to take some time to thank the frontline workers for all the effort they've been putting in and trying to keep us safe during this time. We don't know where we would be without them, and all the work they've been putting in is very important. Thank you to everyone, no matter what your role is. You are valued, and we are very thankful for you. Now, let's dive right into things with Alex MacLeod. I'm now joined by Alex MacLeod, who spent last season with the AAA Major Midget London Junior Knights, where he posted 26 points in 28 games. Alex, how are you today?
Good, thanks. Yourself?
Not too bad. Let's dive right into things. You played with a few different minor hockey organizations. What takeaways are you able to bring from each one of them?
Kind of just how different organizations work in the minor hockey rankings. Like London has a pretty good history of their AAA teams and strong AA teams. The Chiefs don't really have any AA teams; they're just AAA. And for Waterloo, their minor midget program is top tier easily. They have a lot of respect around Ontario for how the program is ran.
That's great. And in your first year in Major Midget, you had 14 points in 35 games. Last year, you were nearly a point per game player. How do you think you're able to take your game to the next level?
This year, my coach really trusts me a lot more. Being a year older, I kind of had a bit of a physical edge over everyone, like all the O3s. So I think my experience from midget the year before helped me out a lot with developing as a player.
That's awesome. As we mentioned earlier, you committed to the Kings for next season. How did you come to that decision?
I just felt like it was the best spot for me to play this year. Colin Martin seems like a really exciting coach. He's a new guy. So just hearing different voices around sounds like it's going to be good.
That's awesome. Had you heard anything about the Kings organization prior to your commitment?
No, not really, honestly. I have a couple buddies, but didn't really talk about much of the organization.
If you had to describe your play style to fans, what can they expect from Alex MacLeod in the Kings uniform in 2020, 2021?
I focus on my defensive play first, and then I let the offense kind of go in with how well I'm playing defensively. As the saying goes, the best defense is offense.
Now, Roop Channard at Kings president and GM indicated that there's lots of opportunity for young players to come in and take advantage of. He says he's hoping you're one of the young forwards who can come in and grab a spot on this team. What are your thoughts on this?
That's really humbled by that comment. I think I can really step in and help and hopefully not let him down. Obviously, he's taking a chance on me, so I just want to thrive in the situation that I'm given.
We're sure you will. And so what were you able to learn from your coaches last year, your final year in minor hockey, and what do you think head coach Colin Martin and his staff can bring to your game this season?
Well, last year, Brian really emphasized how big it is to not be an individual and that everything is a team. Like if we win a game, everyone has something to do with it. If we lose a game, everyone has something to do with it as well. And I think with Colin, he really sold himself well. He seems pretty big on skills, which can help a lot of players, especially that I'm a forward. Skill is pretty important for your game today.
Yeah, so last season you guys had a very successful year, and you mentioned that Coach Brian preached the all-is-one mentality. We've asked this to our past two guests who are also members of that team. How important is that to winning?
I think it's everything to winning. Like you have to have everyone on board to win games, not just 5 guys winning games. The whole team wins games, and it's really big. And it helps if the team is really tight knit. I think you win a lot more games with the closer you are as a team.
That's great. I know it was cut short, but what memories can you take away from last season?
Probably in the finals, going up against Waterloo. They set a record for points in a regular season in the midget loop, I'm pretty sure. And I think we would have beat them.
That's great. It's really too bad that it was cut short because you guys look like you had a great team and could have maybe made a run for the TELUS Cup. Final question. What have you been doing throughout isolation to keep yourself ready for next season?
Working out as much as possible. I've gotten rollerblades, so I've been out keeping my leg strength, my skating stride good, shooting pucks, eating as healthy as possible.
That's awesome. Thanks so much for joining us today, Alex.
Thank you.
That was Alex MacLeod of the AAA Major Midget Junior Knights last season. He's coming over to the Camoka Kings. He's committed for next year. And all of these Junior Knights players that we've interviewed on Kings Connected so far have preached that all is one mentality that was taught to them by their coaching staff last year. And they were a very successful team. So we certainly hope that can carry over into next year with the Kings. And Alex takes pride in his defensive game, as he mentioned, takes pride in being a two-way forward. Defense is a very important skill for any player, especially a forward. But he's no slouch on the offensive side of things either, almost putting up a point per game last season. He's very excited to see what Colin Martin can add to his game this year, along with his coaching staff, and we are as well. This has been episode 3 of Kings Connected. We thank the frontline workers once again for all the work that they're putting in. We'll see you again on Thursday with another great episode.